People will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they will never forget the way that you made them feel. Now that's a quote from Maya Angelou, and it rings true more than ever this week at the barber shop, as we lost one of the old guys in his fight to cancer. And this comes as a stark reminder to us as to what is really important in this life. What is life's ultimate success? Because one could argue that it's not in any way climbing the corporate ladder or making X amount of money, gathering worldly possessions and all that other tangible stuff. Because the reality is, we came into this world alone and we'll leave alone, without any of the stuff that we acquired along the way. So without digging too much into what is the meaning of life, let's just take a second to ask ourselves, what is the meaning and purpose of our lives? Because all this mindset stuff that we talk about to enable ourselves to achieve and take ourselves beyond our present state to get us from point A to point B, it has to be for a reason. And for me, that reason arguably has to be bigger than me, bigger than ourselves. Because if it's true that we are the dash between two dates on a tombstone, what would be the point in gaining these worldly possessions, these treasures and trinkets that some view as success, albeit societally? But beyond that, what is there? On a longer timeline, bigger than ourselves, what does it boil down to? What are we here for? Now, I can't help but feel that on some level, we are here to contribute, connect and serve. We can dig into that another time, but on this occasion, I just want to take what has been a forced moment of reflection. Because although Paul was a client that's come into the shop for many years, I can't say that I really truly knew him, nor can I remember many of the conversations that we had. But what I do remember is the way he made me feel. He was always warm, welcoming and inviting. And I know this is somewhat cliche, but he was the sort of person that could come into a room and light it up. You would know he was in the room. If you look at this from an energy perspective, if energy always has been, it cannot be created nor destroyed, and it only passes on, it was evident that on the occasions that Paul would come into the shop, that his energy would be passed on. He would leave the shop that little bit more vibrant. We would always have a laugh, and if there was a frown on anybody's face, that frown would be turned upside down with humour. Now surely therein lies a lesson for us all, that we have an opportunity in every single second of the day and every encounter that we have with somebody to leave them a seed of positivity or negativity. That is our choice. And equally, consistently showing up to the world in such a manner can we leave our mark. For example, one day we may be in a bad mood. Do you know what? We may irritate a few people. That's fine. But imagine that on a compounded basis. Imagine if we planted seeds of negativity and seeds of poison consistently over a period of time, over a lifetime. What might our mark be? What might we leave behind? But equally, what if we chose the opposite stance? To be more like Paul and come in with seeds of prosperity ready to plant, respecting our fellow man or woman and seeing them as what they are, our brothers and sisters, somebody's mother, somebody's daughter, arguably an extension of ourselves. To give this context, it's said that we stand on the shoulders of giants. We stand on the shoulders of those that have gone before us. And with that, there is a reminder that we are potentially the shoulders for the next generation to stand upon. So therefore, with your life, what will you do with it? What platform will you build? And if you're struggling to think about that and the impact that you want to leave, perhaps it would serve to think about some of the people that have left your life and how they made you feel. Because equally, you have the same opportunity throughout your lifetime to plant seeds of prosperity that will flourish under the watering of future generations. So what is the meaning of life? Who knows? Perhaps to some it's one and others many. But on this occasion, I'm reminded of the impact that we as people can have in the lives of others. And I only encourage you to do the same. And with that said, thanks to Shirley, Paul's wife, for the really kind gesture in offering me some of Paul's old t-shirts to further remember him by. My thoughts are with you and the rest of the family. If you ever need anything, you've got my number. And to you guys watching, keep living your truth, and I'ma see you real soon.